Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, I don't know how the fuck you found my page. It's been like a month since I made a video, but thank you for being here. I have gone through the craziest shit ever in my life in the last month, so I swear I've had the craziest, best reasons to not been posting. It was my birthday, I went to the craziest thing in my entire life that I've always feared. I almost died. I started a program to progress my career, so I'm in a training thing now. I just have so much going on. There's so much more than that, but that's just a small sample to get you guys to maybe possibly understand the reason that I've been gone. I hope you guys don't mind, hopefully it's fine. But I'm gonna try to get back on either one video per week or one video per 2 weeks. I'm gonna try my best. It depends on how my schedule is and what I have going on, but I promise I'm not leaving. I never left. I just have not had any time. I want to say hello and that we're going to be doing a Greydays 2025 prediction lineup today. I hope you guys are excited because I'm very excited, and I also want to start off by saying shout out Dill. Dill is Suicideboys photographer. He's also just a photographer himself. I had got this hoodie from him. I've been waiting for him to release this hoodie for ever. He posted a picture of him next to Puya. If I find it, I'll put it here. And I literally slid up and was like, hey, where can I get that hoodie? Because if you guys don't know, you guys don't know. Well, I'm not going to tell you. Dill actually made a really big statement piece in my life, which you guys don't know about, but I will tell you about that in a different video. Nothing big to him, but to me, it had to do with Greyday, had to do with his story, had to do with my art. I actually plan to drop that video after they drop the Greyday lineup, so if you guys want to watch that video, stay tuned. That video will be coming out so soon as they drop that lineup for Greyday. But until they do that, let me tell you who I think is going to be on the 2025 Greyday lineup. Start with what color is it going to be? Now, we are narrowed down to green and pink, unless they do some kind of multi or duo color, which nobody has come up with that yet. I do think there's a possibility they could start blending colors like red and blue or purple and green, or hey guys, I just wanted to pop back in and say I think it could also be camo. I think camo Greyday would be crazy, and I've been thinking that is a possibility. I just forgot to say it in the video. I don't know, maybe they'll start doing something like that because they're gonna fucking run out of colors. They're almost out. But just to give you guys a rundown, 2019 was the color gray, also kind of neon yellowish green. I think that was for Europe, but also in some US shows. I could be wrong about that, but that was the colors for 2019. 2020 skipped. 2021 orange, 22 red, 23 purple, 24 a aquamarine, and or you could say light blue. I don't want to start controversy in the comments about what light blue. And so we're narrowed down. If we go down the rainbow, we're narrowed down. They're not going to do yellow. And I forgot to mention, Europe tour had a neon yellowish green. I don't think they're going to include that in an American show. I just don't think that they're going to it wouldn't make any sense. They're just going to make more tour merch the same color. Doesn't really make sense to me. I hope they don't do that. I think yellow is eliminated. I don't think that there's a shade of yellow they could do that wouldn't resemble kind of the same yellow or the same idea they had for the Europe tours. So I would say it's down to green, and then we skip blue, purple, and we're down to pink. I think it's going to be green. Now, a lot of people think it's going to be pink. Is that fine? Yes. If it is pink, though, I think something that I've seen a lot is that people are going for a neon pink. That is not going to be the case. If there's going to be a pink at Greyday, I swear, I can promise you it will not be neon pink. I will put a shade up here of different pinks I think it could be, but I think it would definitely be between the not dark but mid to dark range of pink if it were to be pink. Now, I personally think it's going to be green. I think it's going to be green. I don't know for sure. Maybe it'll be pink. I just think that in their mindset, they're going to think, is our fan base going to green or pink more? Or is there more people in our fan base that like green or pink more? I think they're going to choose green. I think that's how they're going to think. I think they're going to choose green. I think it's going to be a not dark, not mellow, but between that green. And again, I'll put a color swatch of maybe some greens or a green or two that I think it could be. But I personally think it's going to be green. I don't know, but either that or a duo color mix or something. I don't know. Okay, getting to the lineup. Who do I think is going to be sub-headlining? So not the headliner, the second one. I think it's going to be Bones. I have near proof. Let me tell you why. On my TikTok page, if you guys don't know, this is my TikTok page. I posted everything about Greyday 2024. I've never kept up with a Greyday like that, but I really enjoyed it. And in the time of doing that, as most of you probably know, Bones showed up to the California show. So he was in the crowd moshing with people, and there was somebody I posted a picture of that they got a picture with Bones after the show. Well, it was great. Somebody in those comments said, after the show, I waited for Ruby. He told me, I'll put the screenshot here. It was like, I asked him if Bones would be on the lineup, or I asked if Bones would ever be on the lineup, and Ruby told this fan that they're trying to get Bones on the lineup on a Greyday. So, with that being said, can we 100% believe this random person in my comments? No. But can we take it into consideration that maybe they're not lying and this really happened, and this is a great statement piece for, do we think Bones is going to be on Greyday 25? Because a lot of people are wondering that. I personally think it's a yes. I personally think it's going to happen. I just think based off of that and based off the fact that he showed up to the California show with a guest pass, I just think that's going to happen. Okay, now, number 3 in the lineup. Like I said, we didn't do number 1. We're going to save number 1 for last. Number 3, I think, is going to be Tara Reid. Now, if you guys know Tara Reid, I just think that his music genre and how big his fan base is, I really think it fits into that mold of that 3rd spot. I really think that 3rd spot, and while they do add and take away different spots, like maybe there could be more than 6 spots or whatever there usually is. Who knows? But I think that in that specific spot where they kind of do a different person every year, I think the fan base, the size of the fan base, the, love from the fans is about the same as people in the past. I think it's going to be Tara Reid. I don't know what it is. I just think it's going to be, I don't really have anything to back this up. I'm going to be honest, I don't, but I've thought this for a while because I attended a Tara Reid show. It was super cool, and I was just thinking, dude, I feel like he has such a potential to be on a Greyday lineup, and now that I was thinking about this, I was like, bro, he should be on there. Honestly, he should be on there. I hope he's on there. I hope he's on there. I also want to say the reason I'm only doing a 5-person lineup after Suicide Boys is because 23 and 24, that's how they've done it. And like I said with the interchangeable spots, I really think that that's maybe a theme they're going to keep going on with. It just makes sense to me. I think it, with the 23 mold and the 24 mold, putting the 25 mold into place with everything I'm saying, I think it just makes sense and works. So, getting to the 4th spot, which is a interchangeable G59 member, I think it's going to be between Germ, Night Lavelle, and then we have Chetta and Slim Gucci. I don't know for sure. I think Chetta said something online about Greyday is a popularity contest. So I don't know if he'd want to do, Greyday. That was a while back, but with saying that, he could or could not be on the lineup. Who knows? That kind of makes me want to say he's not going to be, but I don't know. But with everybody in cycle, Germ and Night Lavelle would be next. Ramirez was on 2023. Last year was Shakewell. After that, it's kind of just been random, or 22. I didn't attend 22. If you guys don't know, I attended 21, 23, 24. Couldn't attend 2022. But they just kind of had a whole ass lineup. I don't think that there was really any G59 specific members in there, unless I'm remembering it wrong. I don't think that anybody else would be in the lineup between those 4. That's my personal opinion. Now, for the 5th spot, which is usually somebody that's not a part of G59, who is just kind of maybe popular on TikTok, or maybe got a kind of a following, maybe doesn't have to fit the music genre, I think it's going to be Netspend. Now, if you guys don't know who this is, I really don't either, but Dill, shout out Dill, Dill has been posting about this guy named Netspend, and I've kind of looked into him a little bit. He does music. I just kind of think that it would make sense if he's been promoting him that he could be that 5th spot. I don't know for sure. This is just my personal guess. And I think Crystal Meth, not Crystal. Hold on. I think Meth also posted about him. I could be wrong on that. I think there was somebody else that posted about Netspend besides Dill. I don't remember who, and I've tried to find it. I don't know who it was. But I just think that maybe he could have that 5th spot. With saying that, let's go to who I think is headlining 2025 Greyday. I personally think that because in 2024, this person went to the Houston show and performed as a pop-up, that's the only evidence I have, and also just the fact that I really want to see this person. I think the headliner for 2025 is going to be that Mexican OT. My personal opinion, I really have been thinking that ever since I heard about the fact that he, you know, went in Houston and did a pop-up show during the 24 tour. I just think that he fits that spot. You know what I mean? Like, last year it was Denzel Curry. Year before that it was Ghostman. Year before that it was Ski Mask the Slump God. I just think that if you guys are seeing what I'm looking at, I think the fan base, the size of the fan base, the overall, I just think that that Mexican OT fits that spot, that like spot that has like become kind of like a stereotypical spot, if that makes sense to you guys. I think it's going to be that Mexican OT. I hope it is. I really hope it is, because I really would love to see him live. I think that would be such a cool fucking lineup to have that Mexican OT, Bones, Tara Reid, and then maybe Germ or one of them, then Net Spend. I just think that would be the ideal, makes the most sense 2025 Greyday lineup. That is my full lineup. That's what I think. I think it's going to be the color green. I don't know, it could be pink. I just think that if the boys are thinking about this, they're going to think, okay, is there more people in our fan base that like the color green or the color pink? And they're going to think green, because it is kind of a dark vibe in the fan base. Pink is a very not dark vibe color. Honestly, you never know. It could be anything, and I think my basis on that is a little bit off anyways, so I think it is a pretty good toss-up between pink and green, as much as I hate to say it, because I really don't like the shade of green I think they're gonna do if they do green. I'm also really not a fan of pink. One of them, I think that's my lineup, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Before I go, I want to say thank you for 3,400 subscribers. I know it's like, why would I say 400, not 500? Right now it's at 400. I haven't posted in like a month. So I want to say thank you for 3,400 subscribers. You guys have no idea how much that means to me. You guys are fucking awesome, and I cannot wait to do another video. And please leave a comment down below on what you guys think would be the Greyday lineup. What do you think you would change about my lineup, and what is your reasoning? I want to hear. I'm super excited. I love talking about stuff like this. So if you guys enjoy stuff like this, again, like the video, share the video, subscribe. I hope I'll see you guys in the next one. I love you so much, G59 fam, and goodbye. Slay! I ate that up. Wait.